Hey guys, Patriot Picker here. My name is Chris. We're down in the eBay bunker and I've got to talk fast. I got a lot to cover and let's jump into it. So as you may or may not have known, the last couple of days of April, the first couple of days of May was the spring 100-mile yard sale here in Central Virginia on Route 29. And so we have two a year. We have one in the fall. And you may have remember going back and seeing some of the videos that I did with my reseller buddy DJ up in Northern Virginia. He came down and we hit the fall one. He wasn't able to come to the spring one, but we did go out and hit it, and we got some really good stuff. I'm going to show you some of that today. We've got too much to cover in one video, so I'm going to show you a little bit, some highlights of what we found. And then I'm also going to show you some what sold recently, and then at the end of the video I want to give a special shout out to a good reseller that you guys ought to start watching on YouTube. All right, getting into first, we're going to start with April. Yes, April, not May. April was a awesome month for a lot of resellers. There was a lot of purchasing going on in the retail online market in the month of April. And if you had an awesome record month like we did for April, high fives to you. And just wanted to share how every time you have one of those record months, it's just another growth to your business. And so with that said, hey, if you got a slow month, but you have a really good month, it can kind of, law of averages can balance it out a little bit, and you don't have to get so discouraged when your sales do slow down a little bit. Now, May is here, and May is picked up. It started like it's going to be another April, but we'll see. Obviously, people are getting tax money back and stuff like that, so we'll see if the buying habits continue. Cross fingers, hope they do. God is good all the time. So let's jump into some things that have sold recently. Hold that thought. Okay, we're back. I had to get the computer because, as you probably know, if you do these videos, you've got to be able to see the information, not just see the merchandise that you sold. So you need to provide some information. So anyway, here we go. The first item up is we have sold a set of books. These are 3 books from the Old Time Gospel Hour. These probably come out in our local Liberty University back in the day. These sold for $28.99 plus some medium mail shipping. 3-volume set. So hardcovers, you never go wrong with some classic Christian help books. All right, so that's that. All right, moving right along. We have quite a few Frisbee. No, I never can get this right. We have quite a few disc golf discs. We had a big lot one time at a thrift store, and I picked them all up, and some of them were almost like brand new in the lot. Some of them are used with some writing on them, so I'm saying, like somebody bought the disc and then they wrote their name in it in case they lost it or something like that. And I'm still going to try to sell those for around the same price of what I'm asking for some of the new ones. But anyway, this is it's a purple color. I don't know if you can see that with the lighting in front of my window here. But anyway, this is a purple. This is called a Fusion. This is a mid-range driver. Okay, and I don't know if you ever. I've played disc golf before, but one of the things that I don't like doing, I don't like watching real golf on TV. To me, that's boring. But I do like watching the professionals play Frisbee. I said it again. Disc golf on TV, and you can watch them on YouTube. Go and look for Championship Disc Golf. There's a guy on there who's a champion, a world champion named Paul Macbeth. Dude's phenomenal with one of these. And so that's a lot of fun to watch that. Just a plug there. If you like to do something different and watching boring resellers like me, go and watch some disc golf championships. This sold for $18.99 plus shipping. Alrighty, let's see what we got up next here. Okay, so we sell a lot of jigsaw puzzles in our store, and one of the things that we like to find every now and then that helps people who do jigsaw puzzles are these roll and stole. So it's basically a felt mat. You put your puzzle down and then you roll it up and it doesn't come apart, and you can keep it all together nice and tucked away. This is a brand new one by the company called Elmer's, and this sold for $16.99 plus shipping. Now, I was at an estate sale a while back, and you walked up, and it was all outside. Usually they're inside, but this one was all the stuff had been pulled outside, which was really interesting. So basically, there are just tons and tons of boxes, and you just had to dig through the boxes to pull stuff out. And one of the things that I found in there was this Sawyer's Snake and Bite Kit, complete, brand new in the box. It's an extractor, so if you get bit by a snake, you use the extractor to try to pull the poison out. These are really, really popular among campers and hikers. This sold for $14.97 plus shipping. Now, when I first got into reselling, we started focusing a lot because it was Christmas time. We started focusing a lot on games, and specifically board games. And a lot of things that we would find would be like, board games and such that were brand new, still sealed and everything. And they still sell. There's a lot of market out there for them, especially if you can find some of the old ones. But this is a little game that I did not know about because obviously it's Spanish, but it's called Canasta Caliente. Now, this is a brand new box, and this is actually an item that we did pick up at the 100 Mile Yard Sale this past weekend. Brand new in the box. The cards, it's a card game basically. Cards are still sealed. Box is open, of course, but it's never been played, and the box is in really good condition. And so that sold for $19.50. If you ever see these little things, and they look kind of popular, I think I see them inside thrift stores quite a bit. But if you pick one up and it's never been used on the inside, these can go for pretty good money, guys. There's a lot. There must be something about this game that a lot of people like. Okay. All right, moving right along. Had a buyer, I guess you say, or a customer, email me last night about this item, and took an offer on it. But basically, what this is a ravioli, a 4-way ravioli cutter by a company called Popil. And this is what they look like inside the box. This is the name of the company, Popil 4-way ravioli cutter. I knew nothing about none of this stuff because I am not big into cooking and all. But my wife was with me, I think, when we found it, and she said, you need to get that. That sold for $26.99 plus shipping. All right, we are on fire. Okay, so now we get to the good stuff. The good stuff. I love the good stuff. All right, so when it comes to reselling, there is nothing more exciting, of course, than to be able to find an item that you pay very little for, but then turn around and flip it for an outrageous price. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to actually get into a little bit of some items that we picked up at this 100 Mile Yard Sale, and then see if we can't get this video wrapped up really soon, because I don't like for my videos to go very long. All right, so we went to this one yard sale. It was a church yard sale. It had a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. Did pick up quite a few things there. Matter of fact, the canasta game came from the church yard sale. Right down the road, we pulled out of the driveway of the church. There's or the parking lot, there is a road, and then another sign that said yard sale this way. So we followed it down, and there was a lady there who was getting rid of her father's, who had recently passed away. He was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, And he had all kinds of good stuff, guys. And she had the whole thing out there, and she was taking really good, accepting really good prices for stuff. One of the things that we picked up is this. Now, you're not going to be able to see this real well because I've already wrapped it in some plastic. So I'm going to try to get it in the camera so that you can see. Basically what this is that it's a collection from what company they call the Bradford Exchange. These are Zippo lighters. Each lighter represents the Super Bowl in which the Steelers won or championship. And in the middle is the football helmet of the Steelers in this nice case. And at the bottom down here, it says a history of champions. On the back, you can see where it says Pittsburgh Steelers, a history, Zippo, and NFL, such and such, and then in small letters you can see Bradford Exchange. Now, this right here, guys, we bought a lot of Pittsburgh Steeler items. A lot, not a lot as in a whole bunch. A lot as in a number of items, and that was one of them. All the lot together, combined, I think we paid like 60 or 80 bucks for. Woo! And say all that quick. And so that was listed the very next day that we came home with it. I listed it. I started getting bites on it really quick. People wanting to know why I was listing it for so high. They didn't understand the backdrop. I'm not going to get into the backdrop story of how you get that collection, but let's just say it's not something that you buy all at once. You buy parts and then they send you each month a different lighter. Anyway, with that said, guys, that sold this morning before I made this video for $325 plus shipping. So as of right now, that is our biggest seller for the month of May. You never know what the next one's going to be, right? And praise God, that's how I see it. There is no reason to ever get cocky in reselling, because as soon as you do, boop, you go down. So stay humble. All right, so now I got something to show you that you're going to be familiar with. All right, so if you are a subscriber to my channel and you watch just for entertainment purposes, and you've never watched or heard of Commonwealth Picker or Commonwealth Flipper, it says 2 channels, a young man named Kevin, you need to go to YouTube and look him up. This guy is my mentor, number one, but he is an incredible reseller with so much knowledge. The guy has been doing it for like 15 years, so he ought to know what he's talking about. But anyway, I want to just give a little plug, because look what we found at the 100 Mile Yard Sale. We found an Inaman, not short sleeve, but long sleeve medical scrub top. Now, this is actually probably a men's version of the top. Usually when we sell scrub tops, they're women's. But we found this, and obviously you know where that's going. I just think it's cool. Every time we're out, we're like the Inaman magnet. We can find them, and we always, out of the kindness of our hearts and for all that Kevin's done for us, we love to get those back to him, because he can do more with an Inaman than any man can. Woo! That's a saying you want to hold on to. All right, so if the Inaman can, if the Candyman can, the Inaman can, right? All right, so next up, all right, now this is going to be interesting. I do a lot of stuff on my videos and sometimes act a little silly, but this beats it all right here, okay? Now, I've found a lot of different items in this game so far, or this business so far, that were really strange. This one takes the cake so far. So we were out and we found these and we were like looking at them and there was something about them. You know how I always talk about the spidey sense. There was something about these things. My wife was with me and I kept saying, I don't know what they are, but they just look like we should get them. And there were 2 bags of them and they were in Ziploc bags. And I was like, let's try to look them up and see what they are. We couldn't find them. We couldn't figure out what they were. There was not enough identification on them to determine what they really were, but they just had that look to them. So I'm going to show you what it is before I tell you, and then I'm going to see if you can figure out what it is before I actually give it away, okay? All right, here's the item. All right. So, you have a hex key type tool built into a handle, okay? And the company name here is upside down, is backwards, is still upside down and backwards. Anyway, in the camera, it does that. The company name is Batesville, if that gives it away. Right here on the bottom is a decorative tree logo. So we picked these up. We started looking at them. We were like, what in the world is this? It's some kind of a... Okay, so the first thing that came to my mind was that they were the little cranks that go on windows that you turn and the window goes open and shuts. And I thought that's what they were. And I thought, well, there might be a market for those. At the time that, all this conversation's going on, my wife's over there, on her phone, trying to figure it out. Finally, she discovers what they are. Now, I'm going to show it to you again. I don't know if looking at it gives it away. There's somebody out there, though, who watches, who knows what this is right away. And it's just an odd-looking thing. All right, so what is it? Chris, tell us what it is. You're killing us. You're killing us, Chris. All right, so what it is... Wow. What it is it's a coffin lock key. It goes to a coffin that you can turn and lock at, I guess, when a funeral's going on, and I guess before the funeral, they bring the person out in the coffin, and before, I guess they can lock it down before they lower it. What? You bought these? Yeah. So there were these chrome ones, and then I found the same ones that have more of a flat gray finish, and I got those too. And they're in my store listed. I don't know. I mean, it's just sometimes you get this feeling. Now, nobody's bought one yet. They've been listed for, I think, a couple of days now. But anyway, it is what it is, okay? All right, a few more things we found at the 100-mile yard sale, at the Pittsburgh Steelers sale. So we have this really cool Riddell mini helmet, okay? So that's nice. All right, you don't see many of these. All right, brand new in the case. Most of what this guy had, he had all brand new. He didn't buy stuff, take it out of the box and mess around with it and then put it on display. He kept it in the original boxes and stuff. So some Funko Pops. Here's Troy Polamalu. I think that's how you say his name. If I'm not saying it right, forgive me, Troy. We've got vintage Terry Bradshaw. And then we have Ben, and I can never say his name right, Roethlisberger. I hope I got close. Anyway, a few of these Funko Pops. Hold that thought. Got one really cool one coming up. All right, now here is another display, and I think that this is going to be a good money seller. I haven't listed this one yet. Probably going to be listing it now since the other one has sold. This is basically a very nice case. Even has a drawer on this side that you can pull out, store stuff in. But basically what this is it's all 50. Now, all 50 are not in here. As you can see, there are a few missing down here at the bottom, which I think just fell out. We've got to put them back in. But this is all 50 Super Bowl pins of the two teams who participated, the score, and the year of the Super Bowl. All right in here. All 50 are going to be displayed. I say all 50. I hadn't actually counted them. I don't know. Maybe this is not a complete display. But then I have another small display of about half of these that's half the size of this that has all the pins in it. So, again, just incredible finds. I couldn't believe I walked up on this. And just wanted to show that. Have no idea what I'm going to list this for. But, again, just really cool stuff. You just can't, you just don't find this stuff without going out and yard selling. Okay, so I told you in the beginning of the video, toward the end of the video, I was going to give a shout out to a new reseller. He's not really new. He's been doing it a year, I think over a year and a few months now, probably like me. But wanted to give him a shout out. If you like to listen to down-to-earth guys who are just nice and really educational and humble and just really enjoy what they do and make it exciting for you guys who watch and learn. I need for you to go over to YouTube and look up PKW Picks. PKW Picks. This is Patrick, and he's out of Alabama. So he's a Alabama fan. Roll Tide, Patrick. And I just wanted to give you his channel link is going to be in the description below. But go and check out his channel, subscribe to it, because I'm sure obviously all of us who do this love subscribers, right? Subscribe to his channel, guys, and show your support for Patrick. He's into a little bit of everything. He's not, I don't think he has one particular niche specifically, but he just loves what he does. You can see it coming out in him when he talks and shares with you. I love, as you guys know, I love to encourage and support other resellers because I've had so much from the reselling community myself. It's a really tight community, a really supportive family, and we're going to do this for Patrick because of his desire to grow his YouTube channel. I'm not sure where he's sitting right now, but I know that, it's something that would make his day, obviously, to go and support him. So, again, PKW Picks out of Alabama. His name's Patrick. And, again, just all this is just a plug to help show our support and all that we can do by supporting other resellers in the community. All right, that's going to wrap up this video. I want to thank everybody for watching again, and happy sourcing to everybody. Yard sale season is upon us, and I hope you find lots of goodies. This is Patriot Picker. I'm signing out. We'll catch you guys again on the flip side.